So hello and welcome back to another banknote video. My name is Glenn and today we're looking at some Japanese banknotes. And once again, all of these banknotes are for sale. Anyway, but some of them are going to my collection, so we'll just see which is which. So the first banknote that we have, and obviously you can see that Japanese banknotes grade up. So the different banknotes are different sizes. The smaller denominations are smaller and their larger denominations are bigger, which normal civilized country does. Hear that, the Philippines? Anyway, so here we have a Japanese 5 cent. So this is from about 1944 when Japan was run out of raw materials. So they actually issued banknotes to replace the 5 cent coin. And this one has a samurai, so that's an actual memorial. Can't remember where. You can find information on the internet. So these ones are about $10 each in this condition, and they're pretty common. They only have block numbers, no serial numbers, and the back is pretty plain. Then we have the 10 cent issued at the same time. And the funny thing is that this has the peace memorial on, well, during wartime period. So maybe they represent, Japanese peace in Japanese time under Japanese conditions. Yes, well, we know how Japanese treated people. Anyway, this is a 10 cent. This one in this condition, probably $5 to $10. Then we have one pretty much uncertain. Oh no, it's got a fold there. Only partial fold, doesn't go all the way through. Block number 1, first series. So really they could have printed anything from like one banknote to 100 trillion for one block number. So there is no actual amount they could have actually printed. And the back of these ones, yeah, pretty plain. Yeah, but that one's probably like $10, $20. Don't know, just seeing whatever number comes into my head. No, not really. I looked at the values before on eBay. So here we have a 50 cent banknote. Actually, we've got two. See, sometimes I can't count. You've got 1, 3, 20. There you go. So 50 cents. So the earlier one with Mount Fuji. So this is about 1938. It has the date here. So this one is 8/19, year 19, and on the back of these banknotes is just plain. Then in 1942 they issued these ones for a memorial or a temple, and these ones also have block numbers. They have a phoenix. This one has 19. So if that's 19, what date is that one? Gee, I'm getting confused. It says 9, 10, 8. Oh well, whatever. So that's a nice banknote, and on the back we have the mountains. Might be Mount Fuji, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Mount Fuji is a single peak, and this one looks like it's got other peaks as well. Yeah, so these are probably about $5 to $10 each. I've sold them for $5 before, so that's what I'm going for. Then we have two Japanese 5 yen banknotes. So these are 1930s issue, and these are my favourite banknotes. So this one's from 1931, and you do have the date there somewhere. So the earlier versions have the inscription going curving around. The later ones have less characters. So pretty much they removed those 2 letters there. And this is in seal script. So seal script, a different type of writing. But this one's probably in grass script or whatever. Pretty similar. And there's also other differences in that. There is the earlier ones had the green pattern inside, have the orange border going around the person. And they also have the, I think that's chrysanthemum, or maybe, no, not chrysanthemum, probably plum blossoms And they have the seal. So this one has 2 seals. And what's the difference? Well, it's just the date. This one's 1931. This one's probably 1942. It still has the signatures. The later ones, no signature serial numbers. The later ones had no serial numbers. They usually just had block letters. And there's a temple, and on the back, so the later one had nothing. This one had, yeah, a little bit. 5 yen. Okay. So seeing that this has no English on it, I'd say it's probably 1944 or 45. So the price of these ones probably about $10 to $20 for that. And this one's probably also the same for the value. The 5 yen is not as easy to get as the 10 yen. And both of these are 1930 issue. This is my favourite Japanese banknote. I just like the greenish colour with the black. To me, it looks beautiful. It looks morbid. Oh, beautiful. And these ones are probably in this condition worth about $10. In this condition, probably a little bit less. So this is the most common 10 yen banknote to get from the period. So as you can see, it's pretty damaged. And here's a better version. So it does have a shrine, which is quite nice. So if you get it in Japanese banknotes and you want some that are quite older, these are probably the cheaper ones to get from the 30s, and also the ones from the 40s. When you get after the war, so the ones from the 50s, they get a bit more expensive. That's where this banknote comes in. This is a 1946 5 yen. And as you can see, they still have the chrysanthemum up there. That represents the royal family. And they do have the 2 seals, but they've removed, certainly still like Japan, but they have removed some of the identifiers to reduce the militaristic style. And this one's probably worth about $5. So that's an inflation banknote, and it was issued along with these. So these were issued in 1945. So these are 5 yen. And these are military currency. So in Japan, the B series was used up until 1948 on the mainland, and they were up to 1958 in Okinawa. So that's where these were used. And the A series was used in Japan and Korea. So this is a 5 yen, pretty much uncirculated, and it's probably worth $20 to $30. So that's quite nice. When I got this, I didn't even know what condition these banknotes were in. Then we have a 10 cent and a 50 cent. There was no 5 cent they issued with these ones, so you would have had to use the 5 cent issued by Japan itself, and a 1 yen. So as these were issued by the Americans, they're pretty much the same design as they issued for for Germany, for Italy, and for France. The ones they issued for Austria have a little bit of a different design, usually more variation in colour and shape. And most of the other countries, they didn't, like Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark, they didn't issue any of these. They let them issue their own banknotes. The Soviet Union issued some occupied banknotes, but they are pretty much a different design, more communist with maybe I'll get some and show you later. So the last 3 banknotes are Japanese military occupation. So these were probably issued in China, and these 2 definitely, they would have been issued in Hong Kong. So this is a 5 yen, and as you can see, it has serial numbers. This is probably early, probably 1938 or so. This issue has 2 phoenixes, quite nice. It took a while to find out this banknote. And here we have some information. If anyone can read Japanese, it's in kanji, so it's in Chinese script, but in Japanese. So I'm not too sure on the value of that. I need to look up the price, but I'm going to say probably 10 to 20. Then we have Japanese military yen. So no serial numbers. This one doesn't have a block number. It has this guy up there. So it's definitely issued in China. So this is pretty similar to the 5 yen issued on the Japanese mainland. They just changed some details so you couldn't actually spend it on the mainland of Japan. And this one's probably worth about $5 to $10. But Japanese occupation currency, even though it was pretty common during the time period, I find it a lot of them are actually harder to get. So I'd say that the destruction of these banknotes is quite large in compare with the actual currency issue. And while this is not the highest denomination, they did issue a 1,000 yen. This is 100 yen. It's just got one block number. This is 1. And if anyone knows who that guy is, please let me know. And on the back, we just have a temple with a pagoda with 4 stories. And, well, this banknote's probably worth at least $10 to $20. That's what I've seen them, or people trying to sell them for anyway. But just an interesting piece of history. So I'd like to say thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation on Japanese currency, and maybe in the future I'll be able to get some more. So thank you very much, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.